Hey. Welcome. Welcome, Bud, the stud. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Who's tuning in and watching live and recorded? Please be sure to hit the thumbs up button like you usually do. And hello, good evening. What's going on tonight?
Well, tonight's the night before the big night, right? So we got
What do you
we
mean the
got
big night? What's
well,
what's
we
the
got
big night?
Rolex releases tomorrow.
Oh, we do.
I'm pretty sure we do. I thought they said
Yeah.
March 30th. What is
Oh,
today?
that'll be exciting.
Yeah. So, have you been watching or looking or anything online?
Uh, I mean, no. I mean, as far as that goes, I mean, they don't give any sneak peeks or nothing anyway, do they? But no,
Well, they gave a couple.
I didn't even hear about that. No, to be honest.
They gave a
Clyde didn't even mention it the other day.
Yeah, they gave a couple sneak peeks, and so there's some very interesting pieces to me because they might be doing a left-handed watch,
Okay.
which I'm really hoping that my AD takes into consideration that I wear my watches on my right hand, so
Right.
that would be awesome. And then
Certainly.
I don't know if you want me to throw everything out there right off the bat, but they got some ideas of what they're going to be. Have you seen any? You haven't seen any of
I
the
haven't seen anything.
anything. So
Where do I want to go to look at that? We can talk about them.
so it starts with I can either show them to you on my other phone, or we can go to Instagram if you got Instagram, or I mean really just YouTube. But I don't know.
Instagram, maybe.
Let me see if I can pull up here, and then I can tell you like. But anyway, they're supposed to have a left-handed watch. Um, GMTs. They're supposed to be either a Coke or a Sprite, which is the green and black. Um, Another guy said he thought there was, based on the way they interpret the commercials, um, Rolex releases. Let's see here.
I don't know how to log into my Instagram. I'm trying to.
So basically, I seen one that said they might be getting rid of the Pepsi,
Oh, I got logged in.
Uh,
Let me see here.
so a left-handed GMT could be a possibility.
Okay, so I'm on Instagram. So what would I search or who would I look at?
Look up. Oh gosh, they were just popping up left and right. Do this. Did you look up Rolex releases?
Let me look. Just like this. This screen here.
Yeah, there's things like that. There's other ones. I mean, everybody's got their. I mean, that one on the left that's new from what I've seen tonight, which I like that. But
But this isn't anything from Rolex.
no, everything is supposed to be stolen, sneak. It's all just kind of chatter right now. So nothing is set in stone. But then I did watch um, the Abu Dhabi expert, and he had a platinum sky dweller with the light blue. He had a drawing of the platinum sky dweller with the light blue, which it was really really pretty.
Yeah,
Um,
but you don't have no clue what the fuck's coming out tomorrow.
no, you don't know what's coming out
You don't
tomorrow.
know fucking shit.
No, I don't. Nothing as of right now. But they're just going. You've seen that there's a commercial. There is a Rolex commercial that that's what everybody's going off of, and I don't even know where that's at.
Yeah, but
But
they still don't know what it is.
no, and it
We're not gonna know till the minute of the release anything, and nobody even has a clue what is coming out. Not even a single clue, bro. They never
it
did, and they
start
never will.
no,
You
it
know.
starts in the water. It
I
ends in the
mean,
sky.
to be honest, you and I have a better notion of what's coming out than anybody else because we're
Right,
living Rolex every fucking day.
right,
So we
right,
know what we want, and you know what Rolex produces, what
right.
Rolex owners want. So we know what we want, and we know what's coming. They everything we wanted in the last few years they released for us, didn't they?
Yeah, they pretty much have. I mean, I actually wrote a letter to Rolex last year asking for a left-handed watch. And
No
so I'm
shit.
thinking that maybe that one letter might have made them switch to a left-handed watch.
You never know, man.
Yeah.
You never
So,
know. Somebody could have listened.
but it would be nice. I would love to have a left-handed watch because everybody always asks me why I wear it on the left anyway, on the right anyway. So
Yeah.
that would be cool. But yeah, they're really just guessing as of right now. So until tomorrow comes out, you won't know nothing. And I think there'll be people sitting up till 12 o'clock tonight waiting, and I don't think it's going to go off till like 12 o'clock tomorrow. So, but I did see a couple of cool renditions, so it'll be interesting to see. But
Yeah.
yeah, but you're not going to touch them anyway, at least for 2 or 3 months, and even then you're gonna pay out the nose. So
Yeah. I
I
mean,
mean they've got last year's meteorite Daytonas have yet to hit the market, and those are 300,000. So what makes this year's any different?
what are you hoping they come out with tomorrow tonight?
I would love that platinum Sky Dweller with the light blue dial. I mean, I seen that, and that is super hot.
Yeah.
I would also be really happy with a GMT ceramic Coke. and I would be happy with the GMT ceramic Sprite.
I want to see them make the Coke in white gold only.
That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah, and the one guy seemed to, in the commercial, there was a lot of parcels of materials that you couldn't recognize, and he was saying that they was platinum. So he thinks there's going to be a lot of not just platinum, but a lot of gold, a lot of platinum, a lot of higher end materials. So he first showed a gold Hulk, which everybody has seen the gold Hulk. He said that's a possibility. The platinum Sky Dweller. And these are based off of the pictures that they showed of just little side pieces of watches,
Yeah, no way
So,
they're going to do a gold Hulk. The Hulk's done. No more.
yeah,
Yeah, that's not going back. They're not bringing that green dial back.
yeah. So,
That
which,
dial was special, limited edition, done. They're
mhm,
crazy if they think they're bringing that back. You know, if they bring a gold dial, a green dial back, it's going to be the lesser green, the one that's on the Daytona. It's not going to be the good green, which is the Hulk green. They're not
right.
going to bring the Hulk green back. They might do it with that green Daytona color,
Hmm.
you know, but the Hulk green I think's been retired, and
Well,
I'm hoping that's the case.
the ceramic Daytona also is mentioned to be going to 41 millimeter. So, I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that's
Well, that'll be
going for.
interesting to see what happens and what doesn't. I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I would be very interested. I can't wait to see actually what happens. So,
Um, I mean, the only things we were talking about, I don't know. I mean, we talked about a lot of this um, one morning. What do we want to see? What changes do we think we're going to see?
well, yeah. I mean, I
Air
don't know. I
King,
think
Air King, Explorer. I think they're going to touch the watches they haven't touched yet.
the Air King is supposed to come out with some crown guards on it, smaller crown guards. But it's going to be a completely redone case. So that's one thing. The Air King's supposed to be a for sure. Um,
Do you like the Air
but
King? You used to have one back in the day, huh?
I
Maybe.
had one and I liked it until somebody showed me the 5.5, all the fives that's on it, and they're not symmetric. So 55, and then right across from it is 5,
Yeah.
and then down below it is what is it, 25, I think. But it's weird once you see the spaces because of the way that they've got all the.
You know what I like about it though? I like the colors. And
Yeah,
if
I
you
think.
if you if you work with someone like Aaron at Combat Straps or
Hmm.
someone who does custom straps, you can really make that watch pretty creative, you know?
Right. So that's the Sprite. You know, that's the green bottom. Um, this is the left-handed Sprite.
Sprite. You think they're going to come out with a green black, huh?
There's a lot
Some
of
people
people
are saying
saying
that.
it. There's a lot of people talking about it.
I don't know if they're going to create another variation of a GMT. It seems too much.
Well, you see, it's gray. It's not black at the top. It's gray.
Right.
So it's gray and green, and it's
Maybe.
left-handed. So
Maybe. Maybe. That'd be
it could
cool.
it could happen.
I just don't think they'd
But
pick. I think they'd have to pick one or the other. That one then, or the Coke. I don't think they'll release
yeah,
two GMTs, bro. What do
I
you
don't
think?
know.
You think they'd
I
release
heard.
both?
Yeah, I think they could. They can do whatever they want, but it's whether or not you're going to get your hands on it or not.
Yeah.
So I am going to call first thing tomorrow once everything's released and say, look, I've been coming in there watches on my right hand for 5 years. I want a left-handed watch, so I think I got a good argument with that one, So, but yeah, I'm just trying to look. But one guy had a good idea. He thought that the Sky Dweller might come out with a meteorite dial. So that would be pretty cool. And let's see, what else we got going on here?
The meteorite dials went through the roof, huh?
Yeah, meteorite dials have went crazy lately.
Man, what do you think about the Platinum Daytona? Just the standard version of it being worth 200 grand. How did that happen?
I think it's crazy, and I said that to somebody tonight. I said I hope they don't do that because if they discontinue the John Mayer, that's going to be the same thing.
Yeah.
And how do you? I've told my son that I'm going to give him that watch, and so I don't wear it. And if it's worth 200 grand, how do I not? How do I just hold that and just sit with it for the next 5 years until he can wear it, and take the chance of it going down, and then him not liking it when he turns older? So
I think you change your decision, dude. That's not his watch no more.
Well, that's what I mean. If the Platinum and the John Mayer, if the Platinum and the John Mayer together are worth $500,000.
Dude, I'm sorry, bro. He can get a PhD from MIT, bro. I never give him $1,000. Fuck.
Right. So here's the commercial. It's just a weird, just shows little pieces of shows the sky, shows the watch, the water. It does show a Sky Dweller bezel, it looks like. Yeah. So that's it. You only get like a 10-second commercial to come up with all this stuff. So
yeah, one of them was on the water.
It's on the water, and then it says, "Get ready to skydive into the sky" or something like that. And
yeah, let me grab my phone. Let me see. That's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram. Yeah, here's one. Here's one with green. It's got a green Sky Dweller. I've heard a lot about that. This is a guy that's got his own. They've made a lot of big deals out of the Yachtmaster, turning that Oyster Flex Yachtmaster into a bracelet. So mock-ups, basically, just all mock-ups.
Yeah. What's up, Herman? Oh, we can't hear you, man. You're muted, or check your sound, bro.
How's that?
Yeah, there you are.
I got you now.
Hey, guys.
How's it going? Welcome.
It's going all right. How are you guys doing today?
All right. Yeah, I guess one of them for sure looks like a Sky Dweller because of all the sky stuff.
Yes.
It has to be, right?
Yes, and the bezel looks like a Sky Dweller as well.
I got you.
So,
that might be the only one they're really giving a clue on.
Well, they do give a GMT from the side, and you just can't really see, what color it is or anything. So,
yeah.
What do you think? Have you looked them over quite a bit?
Me?
Herman?
Yeah, I'm sorry. What's your name?
Herman, that's Herman.
Herman.
Yeah, I mean,
okay, I'm sorry.
Somebody said something about maybe they're doing like a Kermit kind of black and green bezeled
GMT, yeah.
Or a Submariner or something like that. I don't know. Rolex is so frustrating for me. I mean,
yeah.
They make a beautiful product, but they just frustrate the hell out of me.
Well, I guess it's cool that they come out with more stuff, then it spreads out the want of other pieces, and maybe some people will not want some of the pieces that we want, some of the older pieces we want. They want some of the newer ones now. So maybe it spreads the love out so that we can get some. I mean, I still want that. I still want an OP. I still want an old Rolex, like maybe even a Yachtmaster or something that somebody shouldn't want. Let them hopefully want one of these new pieces that comes out.
I remember when they had gold pieces available and Datejusts available. That was pretty recently.
Yeah,
it was really just 2 years ago. So
yeah, I'm kind of fine with Datejust. I'm just fine with a regular Rolex now. I'm not even looking for a hyped one, but maybe the hyped ones will lead people away from the regular ones here. This new release, hopefully.
I don't know. It seems to me they don't have anything in stock unless you're a VIP.
I mean, are there any older ones that you guys want? Like, I don't even know. I can't remember. I mean, like the white dial Explorers.
Yeah, an Explorer 2 would be great.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a Rhodium Yachtmaster one, Rhodium dial.
Yeah.
I think Yachtmaster 2 in all steel. I love the Yachtmaster 2 in all steel with a blue bezel. I like that one. So I'd go back to some of the old ones, and even if you get those at retail from an AD, they're still worth a lot more in the aftermarket anyway. You're still in the money if that's what you care about. But I mean, I'd rather get some of the older style ones. They have a little bit more of that Rolex horology and vibe to them too, just because they've been around longer and everybody knows them.
Yeah.
What do you think, bud?
No, I think I think the OPs are kind of past getting them. They're very hard to get, especially the 41s. But
yeah,
you never have. What do you got there, Herman?
This is something you guys probably won't like. It's a Grand Seiko Quartz.
Oh no, I love Grand Seiko. Yeah.
Yeah, I wear this thing all the time because it doesn't have a date, and I don't have to set it, and it looks good.
Yeah.
Anyway,
do you know the name?
Easy.
Do you know the name Grand Seiko pretty good?
Oh, reasonably well. I have
an SPG A387. Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah, I don't know the reference numbers like that well.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of their watches. I bought it when it was brand new. And it's like 20
birch.
Yeah, it was like it was the blue and like the fluffle dial. And I bought it for 5,000 and some change, and it's like 20,000 right now.
Wow, really?
So yeah, it was one of their first limited pieces when they really started getting going about 3 years ago. So I had it for a couple of years, had my fun out of it. I sold it for like 10, and now it's at 20. So yeah, there is some Grand Seikos that if you get the right ones, there's people who really, they got some fanboys,
I think their problem is that the Japanese people tend to want to buy Japanese products, and they'll pay whatever Grand Seiko charges. So they tend to charge huge amounts for pieces that seem exorbitant, and they are exorbitant. But the Japanese people will pay those prices, and they don't feel a need to change things. Like, this watch here is really nice, but the bracelet's not that great. It's extremely hard to adjust, and there's no like micro adjustments. So I mean, it's a good watch, but they could improve some things, and I think they're a little bit complacent.
Well, I can't lie. The one that I had, the finish in was top quality.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
It was absolutely.
I went into FP Journe about a month ago, and I was wearing this watch, and the guy spotted it. He said, "Is that a Grand Seiko?" From across the table. And yeah, he remarked on the finishing. I asked him if it was okay that I bring such a watch into that, church of a place.
Was that Aaron or somebody else?
Aaron, yeah, it was Aaron. Yeah.
So are you getting a Jorn from over there? Or?
Yeah, I'm on the waiting list. It's going to be a while though.
Yeah, you were asking me about the deposit there. They told me they ordinarily would, and I know somebody else who ordered the same watch as me at the same time, and they had to leave a deposit.
Yeah, I just called them about a few days ago actually, and they said I don't need to leave a deposit, and they had my
good
information and everything. So I guess I lucked out.
Good.
But see, that scares me, and it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I'm glad that I don't got to leave a deposit. But at the same time, I'd feel better if I could leave a deposit, because then they at least, I feel like they take you a little more seriously. But
yeah, in theory,
that didn't help with Turno.
It didn't help with Turno.
That was $300.
You said 4 years you waited for that? 4 years?
I think they gave me my deposit back 2.5 years. It was either 2.5 years later or 3.5 years later.
They should give you interest for the inflation, right?
You know what though? Like I was saying before,
that's terrible.
I'll tell you what though, if I had gotten that Aquanaut, that would have sided the funds for the Jorn Havana. I wouldn't have gotten the Havana. The only reason I went to Jorn and got the Havana is after I closed the deal with Aquanaut. I cursed them out, and I knew I cursed them out closing the deal on myself, knowing it wasn't going to happen after I told them to fuck themselves about 20 times in different
ways. Absolutely. You have every right to. That's terrible.
Oh, man, I told him, I said, you have that fucking bitch manager of yours, have that fucking bitch call me.
I've seen her, the one at South Coast Plaza, right?
Yeah. Bianca, fuck her. I said, have that fucking bitch call me. And,
I went in there to get a catalog, and they said, "Oh, he shoved a used store copy in my face," and I said, "No, can I take it home?" We don't have any.
They're just bullshit over there. Dude. All they do is give you smiles, and bullshit talk out of their fucking mouth.
Yeah,
and if you go there for a used watch, you'll never look at there again. You just go there and try them, but you don't buy anything. You can go there and look at some.
They're total snobs.
Burn their time. No, they're not snobs. They're actually little kiss asses.
Well, yeah, if you've got the
Turno section, you can push them around, even in the paddock section too.
They share a shop,
but their prices are make up for their rent that they have to pay there. I'll tell you that. Even when the prices were not inflated, and you can go get watches at good deals, you'd never go get a watch there. It's just like 30% more just because of the real estate they have to cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how casual they are at Jorn over there? I mean, they're so laid back, and it's just wonderful. I told them I had to leave, and they said, "Well, we're not kicking you out. Just to be clear, you can stay as long as you want." I said, "No, I got to beat the traffic."
Well, I know what happened too. It isn't my fault, but they should take the serious deposit holders seriously. But and also the timing of when we put that money down. I mean, I put that money down when an Aquanaut was not going for anything more in the aftermarket. I could have bought an Aquanaut for $29,000 at the time I put that deposit down. But I wanted to be through Paddock and my name on the record. I was doing it through the boutique.
Yeah,
that was the idea, and I was also getting it with the ring. They had an Aquanaut wedding ring for like $3,500, which they discontinued that, so now I can't even get that anymore. But I was getting like a whole package: the bracelet, the ring, the watch. I mean, fuck, I wasn't like just getting one thing. I was getting everything: the strap, the bracelet, the ring. I was getting 3 items.
Did they have an excuse for why they?
But what I was going to say is that in that 2-3 years while I was waiting for the watch, they got purchased by Bucherer. What's it called? Is that right?
Bucherer. Yeah.
Bucherer.
Yeah.
So I'm just guessing that maybe Bucherer had clout waiting list over maybe Turno waiting list or something like this. maybe they gave their customers the watches ahead of the Turno watches. I don't know. I'm just guessing. Either that or Turno just said "F you" for whatever reason. I mean, there was no person. There shouldn't have been no personal reason, but it could have been the merger. Maybe sidelined the Turno wait list. Who knows? You know?
So it was a Turno wait list. It wasn't a Patek boutique wait list per se. Not that it matters or anything, but
that's the only Patek worked through Turno.
Yeah, because they have a shared space, don't they?
That was a Patek boutique.
Yeah, they had the Patek boutique, and then now they have the Patek and the Turno boutique, and there's like a hallway through from one to the other now.
But it's always been that way.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's a Patek boutique.
Yeah, right.
It is.
Yeah, yeah. On one side it is, and the other side it's Turno. Yeah.
But it is run by Turno. It's run by the Turno manager. And
yeah.
Run by Turno,
there's no excuse. You should sue them.
I mean, man, if I was that rich, I would buy the Aquanaut for $90,000 and take them to Superior Court for the difference.
Sure. Yeah.
And I mean, what do I got to lose? Court fees. I mean,
yeah, and it would have probably would have took less time than what you waited on anyway. So probably a year.
Or I could ask the judge to force them to produce the item and get me an Aquanaut at retail. Force them to produce, right?
Right.
Or force them to produce a like watch, maybe a Rolex that has appreciated equally in market value.
Yes.
So there is things that I could, but I'd have to be. I don't have enough money to do that and go.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, But if I really wanted to be a jerk, and if I had money to do it, I probably would. But I'm not. But like I said, if I didn't get sidewinded from that, I would never have gone. I wouldn't have had the money to go get the Jorn for $40,000, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Which I tell you, I'd rather have the Jorn than that Patek.
Me too.
All day long, especially since it's getting me in the boutique. I feel like it's securing my Chronometer Brew app.
Right. Yeah.
Order.
Yeah.
It's appreciated more than the Aquanaut. It's gonna keep going more anyway.
It's just more tasteful.
Higher quality, better finishing, everything.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of, I could be upset about the whole Aquanaut deal, rightfully so, but at the same time, there's no reason to be upset because that money got reallocated.
You just could have gotten on the waiting list earlier for the Jorn. That's the only.
And it like this watch that I'm wearing here, I got a little huffy and puffy about buying this guy from the guy in Hollywood for $10,000, and it's got to be worth more than $10,000 now.
What's that one? I can't see it.
The 1016, the Explorer 1016.
Oh wow,
1960s with a Circa service dial that's nice and patina.
Yeah, really? I got this 214270 or whatever it's called. I thought I had a swinging dick.
Explorer.
Yeah, I bought it for $4,000 a couple of years ago.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
You can't touch these things now, and the thing is going back. I mean, if this watch is worth like 16, 17 grand now, I mean, I'm not going to pay that kind of money for that now.
No.
But
I really, really stretched to pay 10 grand for it when I did.
Yeah.
And I kind of had a little bit of remorse, but I ended up, not really. But now how can you have any remorse at all, I mean.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is true. Well, in honor of what I think is coming out tomorrow, I wore my one of my Sky Dwellers.
I like that one.
Man, I'm hoping you guys. Holy crap! Is that a real one or is that precious?
This is actually steel, but they come out with the Jubilee dial last year. So it'd be nice if they actually come out with one of the gold ones with the Jubilee dial or with like a president. Jubilee bracelet.
You see the new bracelet on that, Herman?
it fits
Nice,
so
huh?
much better.
It's the shit. I mean,
Yeah.
I tried on the Skydweller at Fiji Airport a couple of years ago, and they had one.
Oh yeah.
It was just too big for me, but it's a beautiful watch.
Well, and the Jubilee makes it fit better because
Yeah.
it's more snug and it doesn't drop on you at all.
Yeah, I
Oh
like.
yeah, it probably doesn't
So
shift as much on
it
your wrist.
doesn't
Right?
shift at all. Yep, nope, doesn't shift at all. So it's a nice, comfortable watch.
Very
So
cool.
I'm hoping that they make one of the gold ones in that. But so yeah, so I'm hoping to see either a green one like this with a green dial, or the platinum with the ice blue dial tomorrow. That's kind of one of my bigger hopes.
Oh man,
Which not that you're gonna be able to buy one anyway, but
you'll be able
it's
to
nice
buy
to.
one. You'll be able to
See.
buy one.
We'll
They'll
see.
get you one.
Thanks.
You know what? I think you're going to see that platinum ice style Skydweller.
Well, the way
right.
that it helps me is that I'll usually I'll trade in some of the smaller pieces with you, and then they get their smaller pieces and they can resell them for more. So that helps. Then they're getting double sales. So that helps sometimes. But if it's a watch I want enough, like the Platinum Daytona, I did that with the Platinum Daytona, and that made it a little bit sweeter for them.
What'd you give them to sweeten the deal?
I gave them the blue Cookie Monster, the new Cookie Monster sub.
Oh, dang, you're giving them good stuff too.
Well, it's because I had the Batgirl, and the Batgirl and
you got rid of the blue, white, gold, the blue dye.
Yeah,
the blue vessel,
I traded. I traded it for the Platona. Yeah.
Well, that was a good move.
Yeah. Well, because it was also they gave me good money for it, so it ate up a lot of the.
I was just telling my wife. I was just telling my wife the other night. I said, "I bet Bud wants to kick my ass," when I told him not to buy that Platona in Vegas that day.
Oh man, that was I don't even remember you. I don't even remember you not telling me to buy it, but I remember
you called me, people. Man. You called me. I said that watch will be available all day long.
Yeah.
It was $65,000 they wanted for it there.
It was like a month later, and nobody could get one. It was like, and they had one sitting there, so that was pretty funny.
He was standing there in Vegas, and they had one for $65,000.
And I had just won like $30,000 at the table, so in other words, it was ready to go. I could buy it, and it was no problem. But
nice.
Either way, I wound up getting it, and it was a good deal. So,
was that Caesars? Caesars has the boutique, right? The Rolex boutique there.
This was at the Bellagio. They've got a nice big, they got a big boutique, and
was it a Rolex at the Bellagio or just a jeweler?
Yeah. No, they got a Rolex boutique at Bellagio.
Yeah, I got a Royal Flush on a poker machine a long time ago at the Bellagio.
Yeah,
nice.
I don't know if they had a Rolex boutique then, but man, I should have gone straight there with my winning.
Well, you would know, because as soon as you come in the entrance,
there's
the desk on the left and they're on the right.
This was like right after it was built in the late 90s.
No, probably wasn't. Yeah, I think the boutique is pretty new. But it's a big boutique, and they've got a lot of stuff in there. So,
right.
I bet that place gets loaded up during releases. You think
if you hit that, if you hit them places in Vegas at the right time, you're liable to get whatever you want.
Right.
You put in the effort and drive around to them 7 or 8 big boutiques, and you're liable to catch something around.
Yeah.
So,
you know what's really nice in Vegas? To go check out some of the boutiques there. I mean, provided they have stuff in stock. But who has stuff in stock, who has a really nice boutique, is Breguet. Theirs is really nice there in Vegas. It's in like Submarine Mall, I think. There's like a big submarine.
Where's that?
I think that's in the back. I think that connects from the Bellagio to another hotel, don't it? That big mall, it goes from the backside of the Bellagio into another hotel.
Yeah, I think so.
The
Bellagio's right there, like the second floor, isn't it?
Yeah, second floor.
Breguet.
I think the Bellagio Didn't he
Yeah,
used to be Dunes Hotel a long time ago?
I don't know.
I don't know. I know that they took it over and they redone it all and stuff, but now it's pretty nice. But the brigade that he's talking about, you go in there and you could get sucked in pretty quick
Yeah, you
because
can get sucked in really quick.
they've got like a Porsche dealership. They've got the lights shining down on the brigades, and they look like they just look amazing in there in that shop. And so,
But I do remember that when I was looking around, like the cheapest entry level brigade was like 25 grand. I'm pretty sure. Like they don't
yeah,
have any. It isn't Breitling, man. It's brigade. You know.
no,
It
it's
was like,
brigade, and you can definitely see the difference. Yeah, so just what's in the window is a big difference. So
it looked
they had a
more like
Corby.
looks more like grand jewelry. You know, their stuff.
They really are. They're more like jewelry. Yeah,
Very
they
fluffy.
really are. Yeah, yeah, but they are beautiful.
Mm. A lot of craft, I think,
So,
goes into them. Craftsmanship, it's the cases.
and I'll tell you what I never really liked before because I considered it jewelry and I considered it not really a regular watch, but the Cartier inside the Aria shops has some really nice looking watches in there too. So they got a few nice watches.
Cartier is a fairly respectable watch house, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it is very much so. A lot of guys like it, and I just never did, but now I'm starting to. It's funny how you change over time, and I liked the Grand Seiko the first time I seen it, so I went down and I bought the one that I liked, and that's kind of how I am. But I never did like Cartier, and then I went in there and I seen them, and I had the exact opposite, like with Omega, where most people go in and they like the salespeople and they treat them good. I went to Omega and they treat me like a dog, and so then I was mad at them, and I didn't go back for a while. So, but now I like them.
Are you going to the same place that you went to before?
No, this is the one that I go to now is a local boutique that's just opened up in the last year. So it was a couple of years ago that I was at a different one, and it wasn't very nice.
Okay. What's up, Rancher?
So we got some.
Oh, not much.
Hey, Rancher.
Well, I was going to say, if you guys are staying up until like 1:30 Pacific time, Jake Ehrlich, if you go to the Jake Ehrlich channel, he'll have the announcements of what the new models are.
Oh, cool.
1:30 California time?
Yep.
Yeah, what is it, Tuesday night? Nope.
Monday.
I only do that on Wednesday nights.
Ah. Gotcha.
He has a YouTube channel?
Yes.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll be up probably.
Hey, Herman.
What?
Hey, Clyde. How you doing?
What's his name? What's his name?
Jake Ehrlich.
Jake Ehrlich. Alrighty. Nothing to do with Brian Ehrlich?
No.
Okay. All right.
He's named after his grandfather, also Jake Ehrlich. Really famous or infamous L.A. Defense attorney, 1940s and 1950s. So it allegedly was the basis for Perry Mason.
So is he following in his grandfather's footsteps or no?
No. If you get Jake's Rolex World or RolexMagazine.com.
And is he? Is there anything that you've seen that you've heard that you're particularly interested in?
It's Rolex. I mean, even if I'm interested in it, doesn't mean we're going to get it.
It's possible. Possible.
No,
for me.
that's true.
Maybe for guys, it's possible. Not for no chance.
Exactly.
If there's a left-handed one, then I'm definitely gonna go for it. It'd be nice to actually have a left-handed. I've had left-handed tutors and stuff, but
sell out. That'll be hard to get.
Yeah, that would be hard to get.
But I think being left-handed will give you a bonus, man. They might give it to you just because you're left-handed.
Actually, what you need to do is go into your AD first thing in the morning, or if you have their contact information, and basically tell them, hey, I want the new Coke GMT, or I want the new left-handed Rolex.
Yeah. And they know I've been in there, and they know that I wear it in the right, regardless of whether it's a left or right watch. So they know that that's the only way I wear it.
Would that really help to go in tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning, say I want one of the new pieces?
First on the list. Well, I hate to say this, but you cannot ask him now. But you guys remember Blue Streak Buddha, of course.
Yeah.
That's why he got his Bluesy. They came up with a new bottle of Bluesy, a ceramic Bluesy.
He went in on the first day.
Yep.
First day.
So he got the first one as AD.
Hey, Sean, Mac, hey, Quincy. I just clicked over to the comments now. I don't think we said hi to any of the guys. Sean, Quincy, Rooted, CS, Jeb, Dan, how you guys doing?
Well, they open at 10, I think, tomorrow. Maybe I'll stop by. What the hell?
We're all going tomorrow. We're all going in.
So where did
Get your black jacket on.
Everybody set your clocks. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes. Where did you hear about the left-hand drive Rolex?
It's been all over Instagram and YouTube tonight.
Gotcha. Nice.
But how many times have they been right? So they've been right like once out of 50 times. So, but it would make sense. Their first GMT was a left-handed watch, so I don't know. Maybe they thought just add some diversity.
Well, I'm going to put on my ceramic Daytona tomorrow, and I'm going to be there at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
You're going to be there at 10? I might actually show up. You mean South Coast Plaza?
No, I don't go there.
Where do you go?
I go to Benbridge.
Oh, okay. All right. Because that's closer to me. So
they don't talk to me over there at the South Coast Plaza.
Yeah. They won't talk to me either. Maybe I should go to Benbridge. I'll do a Google search. You don't want me moving in on your turf. I understand.
There's a lot of them.
Benbridge, yeah.
There's a Benbridge here as well.
Every time they shut the one down that I get my watches at, I got to go to a different one and start over.
Do they get the same amount of
shutting them down
supply that the boutique gets?
What's that?
Not the one here. The Benbridge here is not a full boutique, so it only gets a certain amount.
Yeah, they're all different, Like so, I started at the one at South Coast Plaza, Herman, but that one's not there anymore. Got shut down. Then I moved to I forgot what city, and then that got shut down. And they kept closing them.
You mean the Benbridge at South Coast Plaza?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we have one here in like Mission Viejo or something.
Yeah. Now I think I'm in Brea.
Brea. Okay.
So.
If I'm choosing a Benbridge to go to, it's like you guys said, some are probably better than others. So,
if they have Rolex, that's fine. Call them up and see if they have Rolex.
Is it better to go in person or call them?
No,
or bring a box.
If you don't live far,
you want to go, but make sure they have Rolex first, because like Bud said, they might not all have it.
Go in person.
Yeah, they might not all have Rolex. Find out if they have it first, and then go. But yeah.
And then you just slide a note over the counter that says, "Hey, need a Rolex? We'll pay $1,000 over MSRP."
They take bribes. If I slip them a couple $100 bills, will that speed up?
Have you bought a watch from any AD yet?
No, I got this thing from private seller, and I got Seiya Japan. Does that count as an AD? I don't know. That's not a Rolex AD for sure. So no, I haven't. No, I don't have a history.
See, that's kind of tough
Be
because
pretty hard.
even with a history, I haven't been able to get one in 3 years.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's just a waste of my time going in there tomorrow, even with a history. But if I don't try, I never know, and I kind of sort of gave up.
Yeah. It could be worth the.
The rancher kind of gave me some hope right now.
Yeah, it's good to have hope.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to go in. It's hump day anyway.
Yep.
Not much going on.
So 1:30 tonight, California time.
Yep.
Okay.
Gosh, what time
No.
is that?
11:30. 11:30 your time.
11:30. So it's 3.5 hours from.
Right.
We got a full house tonight, huh?
So it'll be 12:30 this time. Yeah, we haven't had this many people in a while. Who's this, Crappy?
Yeah, hey everybody.
Hey, Crappy.
Hey.
Hello.
So how did the Will Smith smacking the shit out of Chris Rock go on your channel there?
I missed that.
I would imagine there was a lot of Chris Rock people backing him up, huh?
I don't know. What did he say? I didn't even hear the joke. I just heard that he got slapped.
Actually, to me, it sounded kind of almost like as much of a compliment because he said that she looks like she's ready to make G.I. Jane 2.
Well,
And do you remember G.I. Jane 1?
yeah, Demi Moore. Yeah.
It was Demi Moore, and she looked great in it. So, she was all been working out.
Back when Demi could give me a semi.
Right, exactly. So it was more like why was she getting mad? But I don't know. And Will Smith actually appeared to laugh at it at first.
And then he looked over and said, "Oh shit."
He looked over and said, "Oh, I'm not getting on tonight," because she was mad. So he walked up and he slapped him, and Chris Rock took it. He laughed it off and made a joke about it. He kind of looked like I could probably tear into you if I wanted to, but he said, "I'm just going to let it go." And he said that was great, and he made everybody laugh, and that was it. But he said that was the greatest night on television, is what he said. So.
Hey guys, I got to feed the dog, so I'm going to cut out of here. But it was nice.
Nice talking with you too.
All
Well,
right,
that
guys.
was great. Okay.
Good night.
Take it easy.
See you
Yeah,
later, buddy. Oh, those
Nice.
crazy guys! I don't follow that stuff really. I'm into Disney. Disney movies.
Yeah, this was on the Oscars the other night, so I usually don't watch them either. This was I just seen it on the on the news.
I don't think Will Smith would have pulled that stunt had it been Dwayne the Rock Johnson stuff, Chris Rock.
No, yeah, definitely not. So it would have been funny to see what he said at that.
If that were me, he would not have dared gone on stage and whacked me.
Well, they interviewed Jim Carrey about it, and he basically, and more or less, what his thing is like. Well, Chris Rock hasn't pressed charges, so what's the point of that? If it were me, I'd be issuing a press statement the following morning saying that I'm suing him for $20 million.
Well, what I would have done, well, Chris Rock ain't going to do that because the funny thing about fucked up, decadent, delusional, deranged Hollywood types is even though Will Smith is the aggressor and the felon, if Chris Rock hired a lawyer like Gloria Allred and sued the shit out of Will Smith criminally and civilly, Will Smith would keep working in Hollywood and Chris Rock would be shunned. That's my opinion.
But Chris Rock is part of the Adam Sandler crew, and Adam Sandler takes care of his people. He's made them all very rich, and I don't know. I think he would still be working with Adam Sandler, but
Well, he'd
yeah,
be shunned by Hollywood, but if he had people helping him out, okay, yeah. But
yeah,
I
yeah,
wish Will Smith would smack me in the head with a baseball bat because
yeah,
with a net worth of 350 million,
yeah.
it would be phenomenal. Even if I turned into a vegetable, it would be okay. Yeah. As long as I have an internet mounted somewhere on my hospital bed, and I have
I'd be the
one
most
finger I
well
can use on a
taken,
mouse, I'm okay. Yeah.
the most well taken care of vegetable in the world.
Right. I could buy whatever I wanted on on the internet as long as I still have a usable finger. You know. So
That's true.
yeah.
Wow.
The thing I mentioned this on a show I did earlier is that I never heard of Jada Smith Pink, and I don't know anything about her, and I couldn't give a shit about Will Smith and him being an alleged so-called actor. But she's been they have an open marriage kind of relationship, and she's been banging and sucking off guys all over Hollywood, and that's an arranged deal with both of them, and he's been banging actresses all over the place too. And there's photos of her nude and showing her pussy and shit all over the internet, and I thought, he's okay with her being an absolute fucking slut, sucking off whoever she wants in Hollywood, and he's okay with that. But if Chris Rock makes an absolutely harmless, meaningless joke, he gets all bent out of shape. What a douchebag! What a mental case.
Mm.
That's my analysis.
Yeah, they've got and she's a nobody when it comes. She married him when she was kind of young, and she was in the Matrix for 5 seconds, and
Yeah, what's amazing also, not that I'm onto anything here, but because I never heard of her really. I read some of the stories about the two of them, and she graduated college. She went to school in North Carolina, or I don't recall where, and then she moved to Hollywood, if I remember, 1980 or 1990, something like that. And within 1 year, she was booking jobs on Bill Cosby show and this show, and I mean, probably 5 second appearances, and this show and that show, building up her credits. And I go, how the hell did she do that? And I just answered the question myself.
Well,
you see what they said about Bill Cosby. So
right. So that's how I can't prove it, but that's just obvious because you don't move in there and 1 year later start booking all these TV shows and movies. So that tells me everything about her.
Yep.
Unless your father is Walt Disney or something, and you get a job at Disney Studios, and then you're set for life. But he ain't around, so yeah.
Yeah,
anyway.
I think her name was Jada Pinkett, and she wasn't really nobody, but she caught his eye, and that's it.
Well, yeah.
That's all it took. But
yeah, Rich Buddy, how would you do with a $350 million net worth client?
How would I do?
Yeah. Would you enjoy having Will Smith and Jada Pinkett as clients there?
10%. Yeah.
Or would you enjoy having Jada Pinkett Smith?
If somebody who gave me that much money, I'd probably charge them 0.5%.
Right. Well, Will Smith would say, hey, I don't give a shit. You want her? Take her. I don't care. Just make sure she comes home tomorrow morning to cook me breakfast.
Yeah, you wouldn't want her. So
yeah, I don't find her. When I looked at her, I don't find her. I don't find her. Yeah, I don't find her good looking or sexy at all. But
someone like that probably has a personal financial advisor. They don't even. Their financial advisor doesn't have more than that's probably their only client is them.
Yeah, it's like Tom Hagen at The Godfather. I only have one client.
Yeah.
And they're usually like a family friend or like a longtime friend, something like that. So they've usually been there for a long time.
And he's probably banging her too because that's okay with Will.
So
Yep.
So anyway, you guys fucking threw me the fuck off talking about your bullshit right now. So.
Hard to get back to watchers with that, right?
Yeah, man. Fuck off, dude. Both of you guys.
Well, I've said
What
my
about-
piece. You can go back to
Dude,
luxury
shut
watches.
the fuck up now, Crappy. How about that?
So basically 11:30 Rich's time.
Yep.
You can come on and you can see. So if you count your way from California over an hour, you can see the new releases. Is that going to be on Rolex? Or no, you said that's on Jake Ulrich.
Yeah.
So
Rolex
okay.
or RolexMagazine.com.
He's gonna go over everything at 1:30. Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Sounds like a good.
Is it gonna be a live broadcast?
I didn't ask him specifically. I presume it would.
Yeah.
Or he's probably gonna
time.
release a video. He's gonna make a video for an hour and then release it at 1:30.
Right. Or he might live stream. I'm not sure exactly.
I'm gonna see if I can find his channel right now.
Any new pickups, Clyde?
No, it's still primarily the Project Watch, which I'm interested in.
What about you, Crappy? You still got the Oris? You took it
Oh,
back,
the Oris.
right?
No. That I returned that a year ago. Yeah.
That was garbage, right?
No. It was a defective item. It was supposed to have lume on the numerals, and it didn't. I was unbelievably
right.
disappointed. Yeah. So I just gave that up. I have a Seiko now.
Nice.
Seiko SDB 143.
Okay.
And it's very nice.
How do you spell his last name?
ULR. I'm sorry, guy.
Yeah, that's what I tried. RICH. It doesn't work. Come out.
Try RolexMagazine.com. EHRLICK, I believe.
Oh, just straight, not on YouTube. Just Rolex.
Well, that's one of the places. Hell, he might put there first. He might put there in the first place. We'll see.
Oh, I found his website. Okay. Jake's Rolex World.
Hey, Rancher, I was looking at the weather for Oklahoma City, and you got some major thunderstorm or something going on. Is that right?
Yeah. We heard some thunder earlier on.
Yeah.
Right here.
Of course, when do we not have some sort of major bullshit weather going on? That's it. Always it.
That's why you fly over and don't stop.
So Rolex has some new announcement in 3 hours.
Yep.
New watch.
I don't know if, yeah. Or at least Jake will feature it on his website as well.
Anybody know what it is, or it's top secret, I guess.
It's top secret.
There was a couple of ideas that people's talking about, but nothing. You don't never know until they do it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm actually on his website now too. It looks like it's a nice website.
Oh, yes. Really, really, really is. Also loves Tesla. And that as well.
He loves Tesla. Is that what he said?
Yep.
Who does?
Jake Ehrlich.
My dad loved his Tesla until he sat in my Mercedes.
Bud, you ever been in a Tesla?
I don't really got no interest in Tesla.
Right.
It's I'd rather have a V8 or a V10, and
How about
Yeah,
just
so
how about just having a nice interior, bud?
well, I know that they've got nice interiors, but everybody else does too. So it's I don't know. I had one drive up close to me one time into a driveway, and I got a friend that's got one, and they're just super, super quiet. I mean, they're just
Oh, that's for sure.
you don't even know that they're there, and that's just not really something that I'm interested in.
Well, I'm going to try to head off
So-
to bed. Crappy, thanks for having me on.
Right on, Rancher. We'll see you around. Good night.
You all. Take care.
All
guys.
right. See ya. Good night.
Good night, Rancher.
Heads up on the-
Here's a couple of
Thanks for the heads up on the Jake's Elric thing.
Here's a mock-up that my buddy Sean just sent me, and it's a two-tone Daytona, and it's got the rose gold on there. You see that one? So it's a rose gold with the chocolate dial. That's pretty nice for a two-tone, you know. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's two of them there, but it's the one,
Yeah,
it's that one right. So I would like a rose gold Daytona like that, the two-tone. That'd be nice.
that is pretty
They
sweet.
should do more. They should do more rose gold. You know, they should do more of that. That's their. They've got a patent on it, and it's very popular.
Yeah.
So I would, if I was them, I would do a little bit more. But
Man, they're probably going to come
Yeah.
out with a lot of stuff tomorrow, huh?
I was gonna say they're not gonna take my advice just because they don't. You know.
Those are both pretty dark looking watches, but I like them.
Yeah, that's the black. It's the black and yellow on the one side, but that's the chocolate. And of course, you know I like chocolate, so it's. I think that would be a nice combination.
They're going to come out with a lot of stuff, huh?
Yeah, I think they will. I think they last year they just came back out with the couple of GMTs, so they owe us a good showing here.
Yeah, they're going to
Plus,
come
the
out.
watch world is down a little bit. So if anybody can bring them back, it would be Rolex.
Hmm.
You know, Herman, I've seen a couple of the Rivians too. I haven't seen the inside of them, but they're not too bad looking.
What's the Rivian?
It's a little truck. It's just come out, and that's the name. I believe it's not like a Tesla Rivian or a Ford Rivian. The name is Rivian,
Mm.
and it's a nice looking. I've seen a couple of them around here.
That's cool. Yeah,
But,
there's been a lot of cool vehicles been coming out lately.
but if you drive through any of the lots, you ain't gonna find the new one. I mean, it's crazy what's going on, and they're all over sticker, and they're all
Yeah,
very very hard to find the new vehicle right now.
yeah. I'm just lucky I did that and got it over with, and everything went smooth.
Yes, you are. You're lucky to have it.
Got rid of the Porsche. Can't believe all that happened the way it did.
Excuse me.
Got really lucky. And then right now I'm working on the boat, getting rid of the boat. So that'll be nice.
Yeah, what did you think about the Omega? What do they call it? The Moon Swatch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's anything to really look at, but I do think it's fine that they made it, because I think it will bring interest to the brand from where there wasn't interest before, because totally of the price point, it's gonna introduce people to Omega. So I think that's great.
Well, I like Swatch, and we used to have a Swatch boutique here, and I bought my son a Swatch out of there, and that's how I got into watches, was the Swatch brand. But during COVID, our boutique shut down, and I called several Omega places, and they don't sell it. Only Swatch sells it. And I was looking forward to taking my son down and getting me one and getting him one, because supposedly you could buy two at a time. So I was going to get him one and get this my 11-year-old.
Yeah.
And so I was looking forward to that, because he loves my watches, and of course he can't wear any of them, but I was going to get him one of them. And anyway, you can't get them unless you have a boutique, and so I was disappointed in Swatch for doing it that way, not being able to make it more it's a $250 watch. So why make it so hard to get?
Right.
So eventually, it's supposed to be on the internet here pretty quick, but now that they've took so long, people sending in pictures where the colors have died off on their wrist.
Oh, yeah?
So yeah. So apparently they're not very high quality.
Huh.
And Swatch itself was very high quality for
So what happened to
what it
Swatch?
was.
They're okay because I know
Well,
what
they're
you're
still
talking
very
about.
big.
Yeah, but I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about though because a Swatch boutique popped up in my watch mall. When we were walking by it, it's so blingy. Like it really is attractive, all the colors and stuff. The
Mhm.
watches. I mean, I had to go in there right away, and right away there was a few watches I wanted to get, even if it was for me or my kids. I was like, man, they got some
Right.
cool stuff here. Like they had
Right.
they had some Huntington Beach swatches that had the pier on it, Huntington Beach, specific for Huntington Beach. I thought they were really cool, and they weren't expensive. They were really cheap, of course, right? So I thought maybe I'd come back and get a couple of those at some point. I never did, but then I realized the next time I went, that store was gone. I mean, it was there for
It's
a little
gone
bit.
too.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So it's like, what happened to it? It was a really neat
Yeah.
store.
Well,
It's like, what the fuck?
they kind of went away with that. That's like a teenager's watch or like a hipster's watch, and they're like you said, they're neat, they're cool. They get people into the brand and stuff, and I think they tried to bring them back out because they was out 20 years ago when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and or 25 years ago, and now they tried to bring a whole boutique set back out, and I think the ones that worked, I think they kept them there, and I think the ones that didn't, I think they dropped them. But they own all the Omega, and everybody who's not um, their own brand. I think they own quite a bit. What do they own? They own Omega. They own Breitling. Do they own Breitling?
Uh,
I think they own Omega.
Richemont is Breitling, right? Hey, you know what?
Yeah, Richemont.
You know what? Is the demand on the Swatch? Maybe the demand on some of those ones are really high, and they don't make enough of them. Because like the G Shock, the same thing happens to me with G Shock. They sent me an email, and they said there's a Rubik's Cube G Shock. It's got like a Rubik's Cube dial, Rubik's Cube.
Mm-hmm.
And my
Right.
son's into Rubik's Cubes. He has a whole bunch of different kinds. So as soon as I saw that email, I mean, right when I got that email, the minute I got it, because it said limited edition and stuff, I went to go buy it right away, instantly.
Right.
And
Right.
it already said sold out. I'm like, you just sent me the email a minute ago, and I
Right.
can't get it. So I'm like, why did you send me the email if it's already sold
Well,
out?
that's what they should have done with these watches. They should have sold them in the Omega stores. They should have sold them online. They should have sold them any place they could. Instead, they kept it to the boutiques, and now they got a bunch of people that's upset about it. So, and I probably will never buy one now. Now that I couldn't get one right away, I probably won't get
So
one.
there isn't a Swatch boutique next to you anymore. Just
There
like
used to be right below the Omega store, and now it's gone. Yeah.
right. So same thing here.
So
So it disappeared maybe about a year ago or two.
it lasted about a year, and it
Yeah.
disappeared during COVID.
Same
Yeah.
here. Exactly. Same thing, same timing. That's what I'm telling you, same timing. That's why I was wondering
And
what happened with Omega. They just decided to shut down a certain number of Swatch stores, not Omega, but Swatch. What happened?
Right.
It happened at the same time.
And there was one in Las Vegas too, that I seen. I don't know if it closed down or if it made it or what, but it was in the mall where the Benihana was. So we stopped in there as well. So I don't know. Yeah, they popped up a few of them.
Yeah, I mean they had to
So
spend some money to build those stores out too. They did them nice.
yeah, and it was fun to see them. It was fun to see. It was a blast from the past to see them and go in there and
And they were full. There was a lot of people in there when I went, so I'm not sure what was going
people
on.
in there buying them. Yep.
Yeah, there were
So-
people in there.
So I don't know what happened, but
You know what?
they done it.
The COVID timing, a lot of places had capital up.
But it was
They
bad
had
time. Yeah.
they had 1 year, 2 year cash reserve. That 1 year, 2 year cash reserve got used up. They weren't still able to open. They only had to work curbside. Curbside didn't work
Right.
for those stores. They used up their cash reserve and they had to go under. I mean, that happened to a lot of restaurateurs, right?
Yeah.
That were just starting.
A lot of restaurants went down. A lot of new restaurants have come in and took over them old restaurants that were sitting there empty. So it basically gave an opportunity to some people, but yeah, some other people lost out bad on it. So yeah, it's crazy, but yeah, I think this is the first time Omega. So I called an Omega store, and the guy was rude to me because I said, "You got the Omega Swatch watches," and he was like, "No, we don't carry that stuff." Blah blah blah. I said, "Oh, okay, I see. So you finally got something that people want, and you don't sell it." And I hung up the phone. So I was pretty rude to him back, but anyway, but I was just frustrated that he didn't have it, and that he was being snotty about it. So for whatever the deal is with me and Omega, I don't have the best repertoire with them.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. That's okay. Me and Cerno, likewise. I get along with every. Haven't had an issue with anywhere else. Pretty
yeah,
much for anything.
but yeah, it's
I should have an issue with my Ford, but it's under warranty, so I just go back in with smiles, taking it back like we're going to do next week with that transmission
yeah.
again. But
Again,
like I told my wife, I said, "Hey, as long as it's under warranty and they keep covering it, there's no reason to get upset about it. Let's just keep taking it back. Eventually, we'll get rid of it before the warranty's over anyway."
Yeah. Yeah, take it back.
It's that 10-speed transmission in that thing.
See, the 10-speed transmission's been in the Raptor for a long time, and it's always done me pretty good. But
Oh, really?
I don't.
Maybe it's got different components or something. Something.
It
Maybe
sounded
something.
like you have a good case for a lemon there. I would talk to a lawyer about that, and they might. Of course, you already did that. You know
I
how
don't want
you
to do
know
that
all
again.
about that.
I just did that. I don't want to do that again, man. Even if it were,
Yeah.
I just want a
I
car
mean,
to work.
it's had to happen in life. It's 2 lemons in a row. Some people
We
get
love
bad
the
luck when
car
it comes.
though. It's just functionally in the car and everything. It's like it's a great car. It works really well.
Yeah.
It's nice looking and everything. Just the dang transmission. It conks out and it lunges while you're driving. So I'm afraid somebody's going to rear end you.
But so this also made me think with this whole Omega thing. I told you I ordered the gold Omega with the green dial, right?
Oh, you did actually.
Yeah. So should I even bother? Should I stick with it and get
That's
it
the
now
limited
that
edition.
I also think that they've lowered the price of the brand by bringing out these cheap, these cheapy.
No, it has nothing to do with their existing line. I mean, these are quartz watches.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Aren't they quartz watches?
Yeah. Yep,
So I mean,
watches.
it's a different segment. It's a different. None of us are buying those. I mean, if you're going to buy it for fun, I might buy it for my kids if I wanted.
Right. That's all it was. Yeah. Well, I went into an AD the other day, and she swears to me that she's only going to get one golden green Speedmaster this year, and that's already spoken for by the manager. And she said, buy up whatever Omegas you can that you like, because by next year you are not going to get any.
Yeah, I can believe that.
She tried to get me to buy a sapphire sandwich, and she said, you will not be able to get this watch next year. I said, well,
what, a regular Speedmaster?
Yeah, basically whatever the sapphire sandwich is. What is it, $5,000?
No, I mean that's going to be around all day long. Now she's full of shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
but the gold ones maybe. But I don't think that the gold ones too. They're just probably limited, very limited production. I mean, well, that gold one is very limited. What is it? How many pieces is it? It's very limited, isn't it? It was like 1,600 pieces or something. Oh, lost Bud. Where'd Bud go? That there it is. That gold one is really limited. So
Yeah, the gold one they're saying one this year to each store. So,
yeah, the white one you
and
got
supposedly
and the gold
I'm
one.
getting the one.
Yeah, the white and the gold one, those have got to be really limited. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Like the
Well, I
Snoopy
just
and the
figured they're special. I just figured they're special watches. Yeah.
I think the
I
gold
just
one
figure the cannabis
is
gold
special.
and the yeah.
Yeah, I think I always
Green
thought
gold's
that.
going to be a special one, and I think
Yeah,
they're just gonna have an Omega. I think if you can get both of them, I think and of course, if she ever gets me the Snoopy and the 321, I can probably get back a little bit on them too. But then
yeah,
I
they
get them,
probably
and then I don't want to sell them. Then I don't want to get rid of them. So
they'd probably get you those eventually.
they're supposed to, yeah. So we'll see. I don't
Why
know,
they
but
wouldn't? I don't see why they wouldn't.
they should. Yeah, they should. They're a pretty big store, so they should get the watches in too. So we'll see. I know I got to be their biggest customer at this point because they're a new Omega boutique.
Yeah,
You usually don't got guys coming in spending hundreds of thousands at Omega. So
I wonder if, like, when the Snoopies come out, if they're going to come out in like a few in a batch, or are they coming out one by one?
I think we'll get a batch over here. I think a batch will come in, and I think they'll go to different Omegas. So I think you'll see people start to pop up with one here and there. Because I've seen a few pop up, and they seem to all pop up at the same time. But I don't think each store is going to get a batch. I think each store is going to get maybe one or two.
And you know what you were saying up earlier about feeling good about having paid for it or a deposit or something?
Yeah,
Like, I mean, mine's paid in full. My Snoopy, in full
yeah,
paid, 10.5 for a
yeah.
year and a half now,
Yeah.
and that makes me feel confident that I'm getting the damn watch because it's more than a deposit.
I
It's more,
personally feel better when I can put some money down on the watch, because then I feel like, okay, they want to, when it does come in, they're going to give the guy who's got money on it,
right.
first.
I mean, there's no
So
way
if
they
they,
can come back and tell me, "Here's your 10.5 back," right now. At
so
this
like
point,
my one lady for the green and gold said, that's yours. You're our best customer. We're a new store, so you got it. The other lady, the salesman looked and said, "Yeah, I'll take a deposit." And then the manager, come over and she said, "Oh no, we don't. We just sent around a thing to all you salesmen. We're not taking no deposits on this watch." So, which means they're just going to sell it to whoever they think is the best person at the time. So,
yeah,
with the other lady, I feel like I might get a chance to get it first. But if I'd have put money on it, then I'd have felt way better. Now, if there's 10 guys putting money on it, then it's a different situation. But you paid in full, so you're set to go.
yeah, that makes me feel even more like,
And it's nice to be able to walk in and buy a watch like that without having to pay anything too.
yeah,
Already
just
done.
walk out with it now.
Yeah, you just walk out with it. So,
Yeah,
but hopefully you'll get it soon. But I might try and. I usually go to bed about 11:30. I might try and wake up and might try and wake up for a minute and see what he's got going on.
okay. Yeah,
Hopefully,
I'm just gonna watch this guy's website and see what he
That's all I'll do. I'll get up to use the bathroom and I'll scan through his website real quick and then go back to sleep. Is probably all I'll do.
Yeah, it was. It's RolexMagazine.com.
Yeah, I've got his website popped up here on my phone, so I'll.
So it says
I'll take a look at it.
3 hours
Is that what it says? 3 hours till.
till the release. Yeah. Yeah, 3 hours. So I guess they come out at midnight.
Yeah, it's 9:30, so it'll be 11:30 your time, 12:30 my time.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah. I really do hope a platinum Sky Dweller with the light blue dial. That would be my favorite.
Yeah,
The
I think that'd be nice.
the steel with the olive green that they're talking about, you just would never ever touch it. It'll be the same price as the platinum. You know what I mean?
Wait. So on the Sky Dweller, are you hoping for a Tiffany dial?
Well, like on the day dates, the light blue dial,
Yeah.
not Tiffany so much, but lighter,
Okay.
like an ice blue dial.
What if they go Tiffany? That would be kind of nice.
It might be. I don't know,
Is it
but
too-
that's
too-
a big dial to have that much blue. Here's what it's going to look like. Right, let me show you what it'll look like. Right
Yeah.
there. That's what it's
Right.
going to look like.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe a more subtle sky blue.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, that
the
would make
sky-
sense because it's a Sky Dweller, so a sky blue, the light.
Yeah, and then it's platinum because it's got the platinum blue on it.
Okay, platinum, right?
Yeah, right. So that's
Oh,
what I'm
that'd be
thinking.
man. That would be your top watch.
Yeah, that would be
Your
amazing.
top dog watch,
So,
and it'd be nice and heavy too. The platinum,
oh yeah, you definitely feel it. So
and it'll match your Daytona
that would be a good one, and I could,
double fist.
but I could make them happy by trading in, a smaller Sky Dweller like this, and they like that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, see, you know how to work the dealer. That's good.
yeah,
That's how to do it.
so,
That's how to do it. You don't have to take them in the back of the alley. You can just do it legitimately with trading in pieces.
yes, yeah. I just beat them up right in front of their face. I don't take them in the back or anything.
No, that's cool because then like you said, they're making money on a couple of deals.
Yeah,
So
they
look at it
sell
that
one.
way.
Yep.
Yeah.
You might not get as much for the watch that you're given to them, but at the same time you're getting a watch that's worth more anyway.
And you're dealing with an AD as opposed
And
to a
you're
gray,
right,
so you're actually getting a watch at retail.
right.
You know what? That's a really good point, man.
And they're getting back the watches that they sold you, so they know that you haven't flipped them or sold them. So it makes them happy,
Are they giving you a decent premium for that?
Oh yeah, they gave me. I only done it once before with the Platinum Daytona, and they gave me a good premium for the Cookie Monster. Yeah.
Okay.
So they tried to give me back what I paid for it. I said no, this watch is going. Actually, since then that watch has come down,
Mm-hmm.
and I got more for it than what a lot of people were getting for them.
But
Yeah.
but I know you also consider the watch they're going to give you and how
Right.
much value's in that, and you're getting it.
Exactly. You gotta.
So you got to
Right.
look at it both ways.
Right. You don't want to trade in like a super hot piece like a Pepsi Steel for just something that doesn't something that doesn't climb in value,
Yeah.
So you want to get something that is going to be good down the road.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good.
So
Very good.
a couple little tips for the guys. So
That's really good, but the problem is I don't buy anything that I want to get rid of. So if I went in there tomorrow, I really don't know what I would take them. I don't know. Probably nothing. I would just go in there. You know what? I might go in there tomorrow and.
Tudor's also going to have a countdown tonight at the same time, and Tudor's going to have a couple new watches, I think, too. So
Right. Maybe I'll do a live stream at midnight, and I'll hang out on the Rolex website at midnight, and we'll go over the new releases in 3 hours. I might do that.
Yeah, 11:30. Yeah. So let's see. 11 your time is basically 12 my time, so I don't know. Shoot me a text. If I answer,
12,
you'll know.
12 my
Yeah.
time, right?
Well, I think it's 12 East Coast time, so I think I don't know. A rancher said this guy's going to do his at 11:30, so he might.
No, I'm looking. It says on the countdown, it says 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Oh, well, there you go. It is. It is that. Yeah. So that's actually going to be 1 o'clock my time. So 12
Yeah.
o'clock your time. Yeah. So 12 o'clock your time. So yeah, it must be specific.
But Jake's doing his thing later than that, I guess. But the website of Rolex should be updated. I'm assuming at midnight.
I would think so.
Yeah,
I would think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Uh,
And we'll be able to
that'd be
see
nice.
everything on the website at midnight.
Yeah, and you really got to know how to work that website too. Otherwise, you'll miss some
We'll just
some
go over it.
different. Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm going to plan on doing. Then I'll come on at midnight and go over.
Sounds good.
If you're
Shoot
around,
me. Yeah, shoot me. What do you call it? And if I answer, I answer. If not, I'm sleeping.
all right.
But alrighty. Well,
I'll probably crash
getting
out
up
right
there.
now. Get my 3 hours sleep and get up like I usually do.
Okay, sounds good. Well, it's been a good night. I appreciate talking to you.
My watches. Good luck
Guys,
on
it showed.
that. Good luck on that. Getting that platinum Skydweller tomorrow, man.
Okay, yeah, we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for showing up and talking to us, and we'll catch you later
Good
on.
luck, guys, on anything you try to get tomorrow. And
All right, guys.
we'll probably see you guys
Good night.
Sunday.
Good luck. Bye bye.
Peace. Hasta la vista. Where is that?